I want to talk a little bit about social media. And as Nicole talked about earlier, the majority of our students are baby boomers and Gen Xers. And those of us in those groups are very social media savvy. My own mother, 72 years old, Facebook 24/7. So that is a great way to promote your classes through social media to the age group that our classes most appeal to. And it's a good thing to keep posting often and reaching out. You can create events on your Facebook site and invite people to that event. So if you're having a class, you just create an event, you shoot it out to all your contacts. Hey, I'm inviting you to this event. You can put the link to your class registration right in there and our phone number, so they can call or they can click on the link and go right to the registration site. So that, I think, is the future of how we're really going to market. We have such a limited marketing budget and a limited marketing staff. We have two part-time people basically doing all of our marketing, and the catalogs are great. They get out into the community, but we also need to enhance the marketing on top of what the catalog does. So any emails that you can send, any Facebook posts that you can send, any other social media sites that you are on. So now I would really like to turn it over to Craig, who is one of our brand new instructors and had huge success with his first classes because of the social media marketing that he did.
I have a question.
All right. It's got really bad color. And that's, my logo is actually red, so you're okay. So anyway, basically, I'm going to talk to you about what I did with my own Facebook in plugging my class and getting it out there. So this is actually my Facebook, my business page for my coaching practice. And if we just scroll down here, get past that, some articles I wrote. So here's one of the classes that I actually did. It was pretty simple. So all I did was I went to the TMCC site where they had my class listed, and I cut and pasted the actual text that they wrote for my class and wrote that as my post. I grabbed the photo from 123RF. It's a very small investment. I think for like 20 bucks you can buy a year's worth of little stock photos. So I added a stock photo, and within there, Facebook actually creates this, where you can boost your thing and create events. So I created the event, which is real easy. It's a template that you select in Facebook. Oh, I thought you were asking a question. You're just waiting.
No, I'm sorry.
So you get a template to create your event. You put the title. So I just put the title of the class. Give a description. I put their description in the box, and then I went and since it's passed, I don't know if what it'll do. So there, it creates everything about it, tells you where it is, and I think it just because it's passed is not there. But it also gives you a link to buy tickets. So you create a buy ticket, and all I did was from the TMCC site where you actually go to purchase the class, I cut and pasted the URL. That's this part up here. Cut and pasted the URL in the buy ticket slot. So when they were on my Facebook page and they had the little button to buy tickets, it would take them directly right to TMCC's site where they could register in there. So that's the step in creating the actual event. The other thing is Facebook you can dial it in to market to your people. And you can plan your own budget. You can pay thousands of dollars, or you can pay as little as 20, which is what I did. So for $20, what I got with this was I marketed it, I told it to target a 50-mile radius of Reno and Sparks. I told it to target people, adults 21 to 55. I selected certain keywords, so self-empowerment, anxiety. It's like a half a dozen different keywords. So you put in the keywords that you want Facebook to go and target. Facebook algorithms are do that. So for instance, if your prospective student has ever in their smartphone Googled anxiety, or how do I get over anxiety?
Wait, so Facebook has access to your search history?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they're all in cahoots, you know, they all are.
Log out.
Yeah, I never look. Who logs out? That's crazy.
So anyway, setting up. So for $20, that was the demographic. I put the keywords in there, and it also gives you how many days do you want it to run. So I started it usually about 2 weeks before my class, thinking that most people decide to do things at the last minute in an online environment anyway. So that's pretty much it. You know, like I said, it's passive. I wish I could show you the inner workings of what it was, but just to tell you, and I also pushed it on Twitter. Same thing, once I created this, Twitter and Facebook can work together. So I just shared it through on LinkedIn, and I shared it on Twitter, and just was pushing it out all those other ways. Yeah.
How do you know what the return of your Facebook efforts was? Like, did you ask your students, where did you hear about this course? Or like, where's your data coming from?
Yeah, great question. And yes, I did. And it's hard to tell because I was watching my enrollments as it got back. Now, I had a few students signed up. I put this out 2 weeks before, and then I had a big spike in it. So I was thinking, it's got to be this. I don't know. I asked my class, and particularly the anxiety class I did, it sold out, which surprised me. So I just asked them, I go, I'm just curious, how many of you found this on Facebook? Nobody raised their hand. How many did it by picking up one of these paper things? And a few of them raised their hand. Well, where did the rest of them hear it? You know, exactly. You know, so I don't really know, to be honest. You know, all I can tell you is, you know, I put the ad out, and then I saw an increase in my signups. So I think it's for $20 investment, it was pretty small investment, considering that the class sold out, and I definitely got my return from it.